Mr. Christian, how do you know it's time to me? How do you know it's going to me?
Oh, they'll tell you. The administration will be laying on time for our words and voices, okay?
Call.
The first note, even if it's lines,
Did somebody do the lunch?
Yeah, you did lunch, right?
No, I didn't. Mr. Christian.
Trinity time is now 9:41. Teachers, please log onto your computers for the morning news. Thank you.
And others sick. Cover your nose and mouth with a tissue when you cough or sneeze. If you don't have a tissue, use your elbow. Wash hands often, especially after coughing or sneezing into a tissue.
Good morning, Trinity Trailblazers. I'm news reporter Colin Foy.
And I'm news reporter Logan McLaren.
And you are watching WTES Channel 6 News.
Today is Friday, March 6, 2020.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
Please be seated.
Today, the cafeteria staff is hard at work preparing PB&J sandwich, pepperoni and cheese pizza, bean and cheese burrito.
And it tries the 3 sides: black beans, seasonal fresh fruit, and 100% fresh fruit juice.
Now to Isabella Gonzalez with our weather, birthdays, and special announcements.
Good morning, Trinity Elementary School. My name is Isabella Gonzalez. Today, the weather cloudy. Today, we expect a high of 66 and a low of 44. Tomorrow, we expect a high of 64 and a low of 44. The following Trailblazers have birthdays today: Natalie Kostoff, Patrick Tobias, Natalie Dickerson. Now to administration with some important announcements.
Good morning, Trailblazers, and happy Friday. We know everybody's excited that it's Friday today. We've had a hard week of learning and growing, so great job focusing and giving it your best, especially during our quarterly. It's the time of year. We know that. We also hope you've had some fun during Dr. Seuss Week and Literacy Week. We've had a lot going on, from book tastings to dress-up days to all different things happening around campus, and that's been a lot of fun. We want to remind everybody that we do have a student leadership team meeting today. So if you are a 5th grader on student leadership, you'll be meeting at 3 o'clock today in the Knowledge Nook. We also want to wish some good luck to our Trinity Trailblazer Run Club. Tomorrow is their big run, their 5K. They've been building up to it. So tomorrow at Starkey Park in the morning, you can go out there and support them and root them on. We know that they will do a great job. And remember, just like when they've been practicing, it's not necessarily about your time. It's about finishing and finishing strong. So take your time, pace yourself, and you'll do great. We will read our Dr. Seuss quote of the day today. To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. So think about that, about the fact that you can make the difference in one person's life. That might mean the world to them. So be kind to everybody out there. And I'm going to pass it along to you because we have some celebrations to do as well.
We do. We have some Saddle Brag winners that we want to make sure that we recognize. We have Anthony, we have Tatiana, we have Chase, we have Evan, we have Addison and Chloe. We don't have everybody with us today, but we do want to celebrate those that are with us. So congratulations for making wonderful choices around the campus. Now let's find out what our words of wisdom are today.
Good morning, Trinity Elementary School. This is Drew calling with a few words of wisdom. All of us make mistakes. It's a part of being human. Some of the mistakes we make are small and come with small consequences. Other mistakes are big and the consequences can be serious. Now listen to these words from the great American writer Paul S. Buck. Every great mistake has a halfway moment to split a second when it can be recalled and perhaps reminded. In other words, somewhere in the middle of making a big mistake, we can stop and choose again and perhaps avoid the mistake altogether. Next time you think you might be making a big mistake, remember Paul Buck. Stop for a second and take a breath and choose something different before it's too late. This is Drew Culling leaving you with a few words of wisdom, reminding you there's never wrong time to do it right. Now back to administration for a summary.
Thank you, Drew. Those are great words of wisdom. And it makes me think about something we've shared with our adults before, and that is that there's a small window of opportunity between thought and action where you can change what you're going to do. So thinking about that, something happens, you think about it in your brain, and then you act. It's very quick, but in that small time is when you can make a big difference. So when it goes to thought, take an extra second there, because usually if you take an extra second to think about it, your action or your reaction will be more positive. So spend some more time on the thought part before you act or react, and good things will happen. Thank you again. Now back to our anchors.
Thanks for watching WTES Channel 6 News. I'm news reporter Colin Foy.
And I'm news reporter Logan McClary.
Be responsible.
Be respectful.
Be safe.
Be the best you can be.
The choice is yours.
Have a fabulous Friday.
And a wonderful weekend.
And stay you safe.
And stay tuned for a special message.
Hello, I'm Mr. Wolin, and today we're going to read a book by Dr. Seuss. It is called What Was I Scared Of? Well, I was walking in the night, and I saw nothing scary, for I have never been afraid of anything, not very. Then I was deep within the woods, when suddenly I spied them. I saw a pair of pale green pants with nobody inside them. I wasn't scared, but yet I stopped. What could those pants be there for? What could a pair of pants at night be standing in the air for? And then they moved, those empty pants. They kind of started jumping. And then my heart, I must admit, it kind of started thumping. So I got out fast as I could go, sir. I wasn't scared, but pants like that, I did not care for. No, sir. After that, a week went by. Then one dark night in Greenwich, I had to do an errand there and fetch some Greenwich spinach. While I had fetched the spinach, I was starting back through town when those pants raced round a corner and they almost knocked me down. I lost my Greenwich spinach, but I didn't even care. I ran for home. Believe me, I had really had a scare. Now bicycles were never made for pale green pants to ride 'em, especially spooky pale green pants with nobody inside 'em. And the next night I was fishing for doubt trout on River River. When those pants came rowing toward me, well, I started to shiver. And by now I was so frightened that I'll tell you, but I hate to. I screamed and rode away and lost my hook and line and bait too. I ran and found a brickle bush. I hid myself away. I got brickles in my britches, but I stayed there anyway. I stayed all night, the next night too. I'd be there still, no doubt, but I had to do an errand, so the next night I went out. I had to do an errand, had to pick a peck of snide in a dark and gloomy snide field that was almost 9 miles wide. I said I do not fear those pants with nobody inside them. I said and said and said those words. I said them, but I lied them. Then I reached inside a snide bush, and the next thing that I knew, I felt my hand touch someone, and I'll bet that you know who. And there I was, caught in the snide, and in that dreadful place, those spooky empty pants and I were standing face to face. I yelled for help, I screamed, I shrieked, I howled, I yowled, I cried, oh, save me from these pale green pants with nobody inside. But then a strange thing happened. Why, those pants began to cry. Those pants began to tremble. They were just as scared as I. I never heard such whimpering, and I began to see that I was just as strange to them as they were strange to me. I put my arm around their waist and sat right down beside them. I calmed them down, poor empty pants with nobody inside them. And now we meet quite often, those empty pants and I, and we never shake or tremble, we both smile and we say hi. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope you have a great day.